Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are a group of two. Will presenting our PowerPoint about part of speech, pronoun. So before that, we will introduce ourselves.
My name is Ayu.
My name is Wan.
My name is Nadia Sawyasmin.
And then we will go to our PowerPoint.
Next, we will move to the definition. So, a pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun in a sentence. For example, Joe saw Jill and he waved at her. The pronouns he and her take the place of Joe and Jill, respectively. There are three types of pronouns. First, subject, for example, he, and object, for example, him, and possessive, his. In conclusion, pronouns are words that are used to substitute a noun in a sentence. Examples of pronouns are I, me, mine, you, your, he, she, it, us, we, they, them, his, her, their, mine, our, myself, himself, herself, itself, yourself, themselves, ourselves, who, whose, whom, anybody, anyone, everybody, nobody, someone, somebody. Instead of saying Maya likes to eat, you could say she likes to eat. Examples, number one, Ontario schools are offering expanded programs to ensure every child, no matter the learning style, succeeds. The options are their, mine, whose, here, or his or her. Two, also has 10 years of progressive experience at least the Ministry of Education, where she held a variety of policy, their portfolios. The options are A, her, B, they, C, she, D, he.
There are many types of pronouns. For example, for the first one, relative pronouns are pronouns that are used to relate one part of the sentence to another. Some examples of relative pronouns are that, which, where, when, why, what, whom, and whose. The second example is possessive pronouns are pronouns that are used to show possession. Some examples of possessive pronouns are mine, yours, his, hers, theirs, and it. The third one, reflexive pronouns are pronouns that are used to refer back to the subject in the sentence. Some examples of reflexive pronouns are myself, yourself, herself, himself, oneself, itself, ourself, itself, and yourself. The fourth one is demonstrative pronouns. Are pronouns that are used to point a specific object. Some examples of the demonstrative pronouns are this, that, this, and those. The fifth one, interrogative pronouns are pronouns that are used to ask questions. Some examples of interrogative pronouns are who, what, when, why, and where. The sixth one, indefinite pronouns are pronouns that do not refer to any particular person, place, or place. Some examples of indefinite pronouns are someone, somebody, somewhere, something, anyone, anybody, anywhere, anything, no one, nobody, nowhere, everyone, everybody, everywhere, everything, each, none, few, and many. The seventh one, personal pronouns are simple pronouns that are used to substitute proper names. Some examples of personal pronouns are I, you, he, she, we, they, him, her, she, us, and them. The eighth one, subject pronouns are pronouns that perform the action in a sentence. Some examples of subject pronouns are I, you, we, he, she, it, they, and what. The ninth one, object pronouns are pronouns that receive the action in a sentence. Some examples of object pronouns are me, us, him, her, and them. The tenor reciprocal pronouns are pronouns that are used to express a mood for relationship. Some example of reciprocal pronouns are each other and one another. Intensive pronouns are the same as reflexive pronouns, with the only difference being that determining of the intensive pronouns from the sentence and the sentence will fluid.
Then common pronouns. First, common error number one, using object pronouns in place of subject pronouns. The left column is the error and the right column is the correction. And first one is Jessa and me went to school, and the correction is Jessa and I went to school. Why me become I? Because me is a personal pronouns and I is a subject pronoun. So after Jesse, it will be fit I rather me. And then number two is him and me go a new populous way. And question is he and I go a new populous way. Me and them took the bus. And question is we took the bus. Notice how in the last example it will sound strange to say they and I. So the best solution is to combine the two pronouns of the single pronouns to we. So it will be we took the bus. Common errors number two, using subject pronouns in place of object pronouns. And in error number one is he met Jeremy and I. So the correction is he met Jeremy and me. Why I become me? Because I is the personal and personal pronouns is in the front of the sentence, and then me is object pronouns. Two, Nancy, he, Will, and I. Question is Nancy, he, Will, and me. Is that hard first Sunday for Carlos and I? Is that hard first Sunday for Carlos and me? You, not you. My brother said right between you and I. The question is, my brother said right between you and me. Let's do example, use object pronouns because they come after professional prepositions for and between. Then rules number three. Pronouns before nouns. Sometimes, for clarity or emphasis, writers use a pronoun and a noun together. People often use an object pronoun when they mean to use a subject pronoun, and vice versa. The error number one is use writers enjoy writing fiction, and the correction is we writers enjoy writing fiction. The second is the teacher explained the lesson to we students. The question is the teacher explained the lesson of us students. A little hint for easier answer is to decide whether you are using the correct pronoun, ignorant the noun, and see whether the pronoun is correct on its own. We readers enjoy writing fiction, not us enjoying writing fiction. The teacher explained the lesson to us students, not explained the lesson to we. And then pronouns after then or us. When sentence use then or us to compare, it can be difficult to choose the correct pronoun. Uh, Example of error is Diana is a better speller than me, and the question is Diana is a better speller than I. He knows a lot more than her. He knows a lot more than she. She plays basketball just as well as me. She plays basketball just as well as I. We grow as much as them. We grow as much as they. At this point, you might be wondering why the left column is of this chart sounds correct, while thinking the right side sounds a little strange. Just because it's perfectly acceptable to talk that way in casual conversation. However, informal writing, you must follow the examples in the right column. The right column is the grammatically right, and then the left column is not, but acceptable in usually conversation. Yeah. Then pronouns after then or us. A little hint there. Again, ask yourself what is missing in the sentence. That will guide you in choosing the correct pronoun. The first one is Diana is a better scholar than I am. He knows a lot more than she does. She plays basketball just as well as I do. Example of this material. Find the pronouns mistake. One, her should go to the grocery to buy some shampoos. And two, can you give this flower bouquet for this? And the answer of number one is A. Her into she because her is an object and she is a subject for sentences. And yeah, the correct sentence is she should go to the grocery to buy some shampoos. And number two, correct is his become him because him is a personal and sorry, the correct sentence is can you give this flower bouquet for him? It sounds good and yeah, grammatically right. Okay.
Exercises. Mardi Gras, which means Fête Day in French, was introduced to America by French colonists in the early 18th century. From that time, it has grown in popularity, particularly in New Orleans, and today it is actually a legal holiday in several southern states. The Mardi Gras celebration in New Orleans begins well before the actual Mardi Gras Day. Parades, parties, balls, and numerous festivities take place throughout the week before Mardi Gras Day. Tourists from various countries throughout the world flock to New Orleans for the celebration, where they take part in a week of non-stop activities before returning home for some much-needed rest. And number one, the pronoun it in line two refers to the options are A, French, B, that time, C, New Orleans, D, Mardi Gras. And two, the pronoun that in line six refers to A, various countries, B, numerous festivities, C, tourists, D, non-stop activities. And the answer is number one is D, Mardi Gras. The pronoun it in line two refers to Mardi Gras. Then number two, C, tourist. The pronoun that in line six refers to tourist.